So, with Star vs. the Forces of Evil ended, and if you guys want to see my review and my thoughts on the series finale, you guys can check the link below and go subscribe to Comic Universe, my other channel, which I do with my friends C-Dubs and Jay. As of this recording, that video is out. You guys can go check out that video and subscribe there. Shameless plug is shameless, I know. But anyway, so this is kind of a video talking about my idea for a 5th season, because it was very obvious that Darren Nefsey and the creative team clearly wanted to do at least one more season to end all of the stories, like the stuff with Ludo, and, you know, Marco's connection to magic, and his connection to the wand. Very clear that he wanted to do stuff, so let's play hypothetical. Let's say, hypothetically, there was going to be a 5th season. Like, let's say there was going to be a 5th season. Now, if you guys remember, at the end of the series, Muni and what looks like all of Echo Creek, California, and I think somewhere it was said that all of California was merged with the realms of Muni. So that's a interesting way of looking at it. I think that's really cool that it was apparently just California or the entire west coast of America, like the west coast, like from Seattle all the way down to like most of California / New Mexico. But I think for sake of argument, let's just say California, all of California just got merged with Muni. So what would that be like if we had a season 5? Now, the big thing we have to look at, first and foremost, is that the U.S. government would freak the fuck out. They would, honest to God, freak the fuck out, and California would be quarantined. It would be completely quarantined off, and just completely take it, like, yeah, also, humankind doesn't like humans don't like other humans, so imagine what would it be like if they if they ran into mermaids and monsters. It wouldn't be like, oh, you're different. It's like, oh, you're different from me, and I need to kill you because you're different. I'm being generalist here, but let's be honest, the human race is a piece of shit. So, yeah, the thought of just suddenly having mankind sharing a world with now magical flying pony heads and monster people, in a realm of which the humans themselves are kind of garbage towards other races that aren't like them, yeah, not gonna be fun. Even they'll turn on the humans, who are technically a subspecies of humans. If you guys remember in Season 4, it was revealed that humans found their way to Muni, and Glossaric turned them into humans. So yes, they are a subspecies of human now. So yes, the U.S. government would probably quarantine, and even probably go out and, firebomb. There's a good chance, and this is a little dark for Disney, I understand that. It's pretty dark, of the U.S. government becoming the Gestapo to magical creatures and any allies, so that would be a major factor in there. Now, the other thing in here is that, remember, Mina Loveberry lived and essentially became a white supremacist for humankind. That's what she is. She is essentially a white supremacist, only for humans. So, yeah, there would be, and I think, Mina's war against monsters would also turn on the humankind, so she would be like this Zod / Magneto kind of character now, only just way more bonkers. Because, yeah, I think Mina would use this kind of, like, gaslighting of the humans attacking humans as well as other magical creatures. She would be like, yeah, I was right. Humans are equally as bad as monsters. She would have her own following, her own movement to bolster her. And poor Star and Marco would be kind of torn between this. They would be really, well, not torn like, oh, should we help them or not? No, it's more like, we need to bring peace to this. Star and Marco, still keeping that relationship strong. I will say that, thank God, they finally did Starco. But yeah, the big thing you have to look at with this is that Star and Marco, as well as Eclipsa and Moon and everyone else, would be trying to keep the peace. There's no ruler of Muni anymore. I mean, technically Eclipsa is still the ruler, but she wouldn't have. I don't think she would be given any power. Not magical power, but political power, because she's now smack dab in the United States, and the United States kind of has a history against kings and queens. Revolutionary War joke is still plausible, funny, at least to me. So, yeah, they would be like, oh, your country just completely vomited all over our state, so why do we have to listen to you? And they'd probably hold Eclipsa and Globgor responsible. Like, they would probably arrest them thinking that this is their fault because they're the political lead, Eclipsa is the political leader of the people, so she would be probably taken into custody and at the same time Globgor would lose his shit. And, I even imagine that, since I know what the since I kind of gather that the government isn't too kind to other beings, they would probably be capturing people, humans, mermaids, ponyheads, demons, and other monsters to round them up and experiment on them and even, have them killed secretly, and to better combat them. I know, this is really dark. This is really, really dark, but this is just kind of how I kind of see it of a 5th season going, because, yeah, it would be about how Star and Marco would be trying to keep peace between, New Muni and Earth, and mankind, because you don't just vomit up an entire universe onto a state. You don't do that without major repercussions. So that's a big, factor in here. Also, if you're wondering, yes, this will come into play. For those wondering, before anyone types it down, for those wondering, yes, this will be a factor in a future storyline in the Infinityverse, which, for those who are unaware, that's a shared fanfiction universe that me and my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 do. We're currently doing a Dark Phoenix story, so yeah, this will be mentioned at some point. But for those still reading Dark Phoenix and the other stuff, we will be getting to stuff to do with Muni, but for right now, we're still kind of in Season 4 Star Versus. So everything in Dark Phoenix right now is prior to the series finale of Star Versus. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, because again, shameless plug is shameless. But yeah, would it be dark? Yes. And I don't think Darren Nefsey and the rest of them would go that far, even though we've had some dark elements in Star Versus. But I don't see them going to that level of extreme. And I doubt Disney would let them. So, yeah. But that's how I kind of see it would go, honestly. If they gave me control over 5th season or to do a movie, yeah, it would be Star and Marco trying to keep the peace with the government, as well as trying to finally bring Mina down. Try to finally bring Mina down, and Star coming to grips with no longer having magic. Star didn't get to really, process the fact that, she's lost her magic, she's lost her power, she's lost her mentor, Glossaric, who's, still kind of a dick, but still. So she's had a lot to mentally digest, and thankfully Marco would be there to give her a boost. So, yeah, totally that. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think it would be like for a 5th season of Star vs. the Force of Evil? Do you think it would be like the, New Muni against the government? Do you think Mina would be kind of like a Zod or Magneto, and, kind of that enemy? And would you play with the idea of Star trying to come to grips with, yeah, I don't have magic anymore, I'm human, I'm a human, and I've never felt so powerless in my life, so yeah. Really curious to see what you guys have to say about all this, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.